What's the crack? How you doing? It's the Celtic Warrior, Sheamus, and welcome to my home gym, Brave Change Gym here in Nashville, Tennessee. We're going to do a tour, go through every piece of equipment, piece by piece. So please check out this banger episode on Massenomics, fella.
Massenomics. Today's video is brought to you by Gym Radar, our brand new website for home gym owners. It's the ultimate resource for equipment, inspiration, and community. You can create your free account, upload photos of your gym, add your equipment list, and check out other people's gyms. See what people are doing all over the world. Visit gymradar.com to get started today.
What's up, everyone? We're here with WWE Superstar Legend Champion Sheamus.
A king of the ring. This is one bad dude.
Sheamus, what did I miss on?
No, that's good. There's a lot in there. It's great. It's a lot to digest.
Yeah.
Sheamus is good. Whatever you want to do.
Okay, we'll go with Sheamus. Well, you know the WWE Superstar part. Also, Celtic Warrior Workouts YouTube channel.
Yeah.
You're no stranger to a gym tour, to a gym walk around, to a workout, right? So you're right at home here with us.
Yeah, no, listen, I've been on the road now. I've been with WWE 18 years on the road, basically going to my 17th year, and that's one thing, like being on the road almost 300 days a year. I've probably been to every gym all across the country, so
yeah,
I'm no stranger to going into a gym for the first time or second time, or as the years progress.
40th time. Okay, and this is your home gym.
Yeah.
How long has this, you're kind of telling us a little bit before, but how long has this been around in existence?
So yeah, first off, welcome to Brave Change
Yeah.
Gym. Gymnasium, as I said in the door. I think I fell off the wall a couple of times. There's a couple of letters missing off that.
Yeah.
If you want to take a look without getting what our garden is. Sorry guys, the gardener needs to get over.
Yeah.
But there you go. Fair play. What a great shot that is. Just not getting in the messy garden. But yeah, so this all started for me. I never, again, wrestling a long time, I never really thought about like getting my own gym for some reason. I don't even know why, but just because I was on the road 5 days a week. This is Frodo, by the way.
Yeah.
Hey,
he's in the gym tour.
He's a rescue dog from Nashville Humane Association. Aren't you, buddy?
He looks like he could squat a little.
He's good, yeah. He's got that lower leg.
Yeah,
so he's
center of gravity.
He's better than me at squatting. He actually sits in here when I train and everything.
Yeah.
It's him and
Gym
John.
dog.
Yeah, they love it. He'll sleep on that bench over there. So yeah, because I was on the road 5 days a week, up to a point, I never really felt the need to have a home gym, right? Because you never really dare to use it. But then when I moved to Nashville, I was out by the airport in Donaldson, and it was just those couple of days where I was home. It was like 30 minutes to get there with traffic and back, and then you get it, and I was, what initially started all this was I kind of put a lot of weight on, and I wasn't happy. It kind of like I wasn't really aware of my shape getting worse. So I decided to do something about it, and I was doing fasted cardio in the morning, and then I was doing weights at night, so I do 30 minutes. So I'd be going over to the gym in the morning time, which was fine, knock out 30 minutes, come back, eat, whatever, go back and lift. But then I was going back and lifting, you couldn't get on the machine, it was taking forever. So I felt it was a lot of time of my day going, especially when I'm only home for a couple of days, and you got to spend time with my wife, right? So what I did was I cleaned out the garage in the old house. It was a bit smaller than this, and I added a bit of equipment that I got initially from Honest, like some plates, like the mace and the Captain America plate. So I got some stuff from Honest, and I just in the bar, and I was like, maybe I'll just do some like CrossFit stuff. But then I was like, you know what? Why not let's just try and put a home gym in here?
Let's ratchet this up a couple levels.
Yeah, and it was 2019, right? So I went and I got a bunch of horse mats. From Tractor Trailer Supply Store.
Even Sheamus gets horse stall mats from Tractor Supply. It's no different.
Horse owners hate home gym owners, by the way.
They hate to see this guy
especially during the pandemic.
Yeah.
We ate them all up.
Yeah.
If I'm talking too much, let me know if you want to
No,
jump
this
in.
is awesome. We want the story. They've heard me talk enough times.
They have? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, got the Tractor Trailer Supply, measured out, put the mats in, and then what I did was I was like, okay, I need to figure out, because I wasn't aware of how much equipment I could fit in the old house.
Right.
So I went and I saw on the Facebook Marketplace there's this guy selling kind of old gym equipment. So I knew I didn't like the equipment, but I knew like it was okay to start off. But I also knew by getting this equipment into the house, I'd have a fair idea of what I could have in here and what I couldn't have. Like, so for example, like I got the squat rack in fine. I got like a leg extension hamstring curl, like plate loaded one, old school, you know, lie down like leg curl one. Got all that stuff. I even had like a preacher curl machine. So I had a lot of machine, a bench press. So a lot of that stuff, which I was overlapping on stuff, but I got an idea. And then from there, I started taking stuff out. And I got in contact with Tough Stuff through Charlie Kelly. They're not there anymore, but Charlie Kelly is awesome. He's out in Colorado. And then I started like looking into getting proper customized top of the range stuff. And Charlie started hooking me up. And the color obviously orange and gray, orange and black, white. They're my colors, which I love because it feels when you walk in here like. It feels, you know, you get
there's a vibe.
There's a vibe and energy, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I did that and I built that, and the biggest problem I had was space, right? Because I can't squat with my neck anymore. I can't put it. So I needed like a belt squat. So I got the first belt squat I got was Bells of Steel. I still have the plates of Bells of Steel. They're great.
Yeah.
But I wanted one of these.
Is this the Pit Shark?
This is the Pit Shark,
With the custom
everything, mate.
Yeah.
Custom out the yazoo, you know?
Yeah.
So got a custom in there, but this machine to me is phenomenal. Now I know people talk, my other favorite machine would be a pendulum squat, right? But
yes,
to me this is fantastic.
We just got a pendulum squat in our gym this year, and it's can't go wrong with.
So what would you prefer? Would you prefer this or a pendulum?
So we don't have the Pit Shark. We have the Rogue Rhino, kind of comparable to this, and we've also got the pendulum squat. I think it depends on the person. I really like our pendulum squat. It's also somewhat new to us right now, and I think sometimes when something's new, you just like to use it. I do really like the pendulum squats. I don't think you can go wrong with a Pit Shark belt squat either. No,
and this is great, right? Because I feel like this is, again, it's around your waist. It's a great invention, especially with the neck stuff I have. Like I had an ablation a couple of years ago, and I stopped squatting on my neck because I can't do it.
Right.
But also I love it. There's two versions. This one here, these pop out, and you have these handles over there I bought, which you can do for dips as well.
Right.
Which are great. And then the other ones, I think there's ones with higher amount that you can do chin ups on.
Yeah.
So this was great, but the problem was I had in the house, right? So move here. So the other machine I love for legs is the leg press, right?
There we go.
Again, this peaks out of here. Tough stuff again. But the problem I was having was,
this is folded up right now, just to make sure I know what I'm looking at here.
Yeah. So what happened was I had so little space in the last place that the pendulum and the belt squat were together, and I was like, I can't fit them both in. So I was thinking about it, like looking at the leg press. This is before I got this one. I had another one. I think it was like Pre-Core or something. And I was like, it just takes up a lot of space for one exercise. But one of my favorite exercises to do is leg press.
Right.
Especially when you can do hamstring focused, you can do glute focused, you can do quad focused.
Yeah.
Also you can do like it's a great one for doing calves as well.
Yep.
But it still took a lot of space. So I said to Charlie, I was like, because he told me how big it was. This thing's a monster. I said, yeah, would it be possible like to flip the seat up? And he goes, well, I don't know. I was like, especially for a home gym, they could save like at least like almost 6 foot. So
this is the Sheamus special invention for the tough stuff.
This is the only thing I've invented in my life. So basically,
that makes a lot of sense in a home gym. I've never seen that before on a leg press like that before. No, that makes a lot of sense.
So it was the first one they did. So they did that, and then I guess there was a couple of bodybuilders who were talking to Charlie, and they found out about it, and they actually started doing it for everyone else. But the thing was so what I do was in the old place is I'd have the belt squat was here, and the leg press was in the corner here. Yeah. So what I used to do is I used to pop this out. I used to take that out or pop it in. I put the chair down. I do the leg press. I was done with leg press. I pop the leg press up, and then I just think I fucked that up, have I?
Yeah. Well, in theory, it would slide back out.
I'll figure it out.
And load weights. Yeah.
I'll be at that for half an hour. But yeah, I should have just pulled it all out. But basically, pull it out, and then you have that reach. So that created like even more space.
Right.
The rack was great. That came, it's obviously a Smith machine rack with the, you also do like free bar as well with the chin up.
Yeah. Yeah, so
Which I
is this,
really like.
what brand is the Smith machine?
Tough stuff. Everything's
this
tough
is tough
stuff.
stuff. Okay, yeah. And this bench is tough stuff too?
Yeah.
You know what I
bench is tough
noticed on this leg press? And this is like at an arc, you know, where you put your feet. I don't know if I've ever really seen that before.
Yeah, no, it's great. When I first saw it, I was like, man, I don't know if this is because I'm so used to flap it, but
yeah,
to me, it moves better for me, and I can get a deeper range of motion when I'm doing leg press.
Okay.
I picked this bench up here.
This
and we took
incline
it apart.
bench?
No, yeah. So I got this. Some of the stuff I got on Facebook Marketplace.
I wanted to ask you, have you bought much on Facebook Marketplace over the years?
Yeah, I have. So I got that. I got the box as well. I spray painted it orange. It was a red box, which is adjustable too, so you don't need 2 or 3 of them. Again, it's all about saving space, right? This thing here, right, popped up. So you know those guys who go around buying up garages and whatnot. No,
yeah, storage units and stuff.
So I was looking through because I wanted an actual back machine, and this thing popped up. And believe it or not, it is tough stuff. But I didn't get it through. I just found it on Facebook.
But it was an actual tough stuff that came up on Facebook Marketplace. What does the average guy say when he's selling bench on Facebook Marketplace and Sheamus comes to pick it up?
I don't tell them it's.
Yeah.
I have my dogs. I have my dogs. I have my dogs out front.
Yeah.
But I don't normally tell people. But sometimes they'll notice me, and it's cool. But other times not. But I got this, and we took it apart. One of my guys, Soccer Moses, if you ever Google him, he's awesome. He used to be a band member of Jars of Clay, but he took it apart, spray painted, we sanded it down, sprayed it, so it just fits in.
Home gym restoration project. That's nice. Is that turn, that bar, does that turn? I've seen some of those that they actually turn around before. Maybe it doesn't. No, maybe it doesn't. It'd be cool if it did, though. It's like a Lazy
idea.
Susan that you're like, I want this bar.
You know what? I should look into getting one of them. That is a good idea.
But you talked about it. You've got like the Duffalo bar.
That's a Facebook Marketplace purchase as well. This one, want to get in closer. So I love this bar because I'm not a great guy for doing bench press.
Yeah.
But I feel like I love dumbbells. Incline bench, I'm good. Flat bench, I've tried it.
Does it bother you or just?
It does. And I've tried to get the technique down, but I just can't. I'm just not good. But this one here is so great because as opposed to here, you get that extra stretch into your pec.
Yeah.
So I love that bar. I love the curl bar. So I wanted one that curl bar there. I think I got that from Rogue, and that's like a Vanco. It's a Vanco. I believe. And then that's a rackable one, so I can just stick it on the rack.
Right.
Most of them are smaller.
Right.
This is fucking awesome. This is Elenco.
Yeah, the open trap bar.
Yeah, this is the first one of its kind, I believe. They came up with the concept, and again, it's just the best because you can just flip it over, flip it back.
Yeah, you don't need to pick up one end of it to put weights on there. Yeah.
Yeah, and believe it or not, some people don't like trap bar deadlifts and stuff. But I love you can do bent over rows with that because of the way it is. You can do like Bulgarians with it. You can, and of course, and I just love the fact it's open. I feel like the fact that because it's open, I always feel when I'm in those fucking old school trap bars, I just feel like I don't know. It always feels like you're confined. With that, it just feels
different.
A lot more, very much freer. Yeah.
What about kind of sort of the training philosophy part of it? You talked about like you're not necessarily worried about how much you squat or how much you bench press. You've been wrestling for 20 years or
20 plus years.
20 plus years. Is the idea at this point? Obviously, you want to look jacked. I mean, everyone wants to look jacked. First of all, that's half the reason to go to the gym. It's also part of your job. You look jacked. Also, you probably want to wrestle. You want longevity. You want to be able to do it as long as possible and like be athletic, I suppose, right?
Yeah, totally. That's the goal. The goal is to. I'm not thinking like a bodybuilder. I'm thinking like an athlete. I'm thinking like someone who wants to have his career go as long as possible. I've had a lot of injuries, which come with the game. I'll be 48 in January, and I'm still there. I'm competing against kids. Like there was a kid there the other day. I wrestled.
How old?
Javon Evans, 21 years old. He said his first memory was when Triple H pedigreed me through a table. In 2011. I think he was 5 years old. So it's just these are the guys I'm in there with, and I have to keep up that level. So obviously I want to stimulate my muscle. I want to train right, but I'm
Right.
not worried about the weight.
Right.
And you know, it's just the whole concept of Celtic Warrior workouts, which I set up myself with just a handy cam and just ask another talent to come around and do workouts. Was the workouts were never about me; they're always about the other person, and it's always about leaving my ego at the door. Because most workouts I get smoked.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like really, very, very humbling experience. But I think that's why the channel's been so successful, because it gives people like who, you know, most workout stuff you see, it's all about look how much I can bench, look how strong I am, look how much I can lift. Mine is the complete opposite of that. And I think it also gives a lot of people who are trying to get into fitness, it gives them hope, and it doesn't, you know, it gives like, it's very non-intimidating content.
Right. Your dumbbell rack over here.
Yeah.
You got so you've got full up to 120 pairs here. The big dogs on the ground.
Yeah. I started with Bowflex dumbbells.
Okay. Adjustable.
I had the ones that went to 50 pounds and the ones that went to 90 pounds. And because space was an issue in the last place, when I was getting rid of them, my wife was pissed because she was like, it's going to take up so much space, all these dumbbells. And I was like, look, I just want with everything else in here, I want the vibe of real dumbbells. And Charlie hooked me up with the ones up to I bought this through him, the stand, and then I got up to 100.
Okay.
It was incredible. And then obviously, at the point where I was telling you I was getting stronger using that ladder app with Corey Perkins, I started getting stronger, and then the 120s came in. Which you gotta have 120s, right? You gotta
have the big dogs.
You just have them, even if they get dust or whatever. I mean, you gotta have the 150s that no one ever touches, but just for effect.
We've got 150s that don't get touched all that often.
It's great, right?
There. Yeah. But it's part of the vibe still, you know. It's just it's part of it.
Yeah, it's like having a mural in your gym. There's you just got 150s.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of a legitimacy thing.
Yeah.
But 120 is good at this stage. At 120, if I ever touch them, it's a rare occasion. So
yeah, you've got the Tough Stuff functional trainer.
Yeah.
In the side here.
It's just a commercial for a company that doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
When I first got this though, I was a little bit kind of knocked out because I think it was a 1-to-4 ratio. So
you got the big weight stacks, but
yeah. So it just got to a point where like I was just going down the rack, and like even when I was doing pull downs before I got that back machine, like 300s and and I just like it just wasn't working.
Yeah.
So
this thing has 2 300-pound weight stacks. The thing weighs like 800 pounds.
and I was making it lighter. Great, but now it's 1 to 2 or 2 to 1 or whatever.
Yeah.
So now like it actually feels. It's 150 pounds, 150, so it's much better. My wife again was pissed because she's like, "Why is it so heavy?"
Yeah,
it was great the way it was. Like,
I was doing the 120. Now I'm down to the 60.
The 10s are too heavy for me.
Yeah.
I said, "It's got to lift heavier, babe. It's got to lift heavier, you know." It's got. Slam ball. They got the kettlebells. Obviously,
yeah, the Onnit. People are all over these Onnit kettlebells now that were these different shapes. You know, you got the Iron Man one. Everyone wants those now.
They're collector's items. They have to stop making them. So look at this. So I'll tell you what. One thing that changed the game for me because I
got the Prime handles.
The Prime stuff is awesome. So I got these Prime.
It's Prime.
The Prime handles because like obviously I had hand surgery years ago, so I never really got my full grip strength back.
Yeah.
And I've tried, but these are just great, especially like instead of this, like just having that, like with the obviously with
Mega grips.
The Mega grips sort of so the Mega grips are great, or the what's that? UCAN Fitness, the Mega grip rip-offs.
Yeah.
But these have been phenomenal. These handles too. They came with the machine. They're not too bad either because they kind of roll.
We know these, the track handles. A lot of people really like these too.
Especially if you're going to do like one-armed, if you don't have a one-arm rope, and you can flip it like that. Sorry.
Oh, you're good.
That way there, it's great. It just, they're awesome.
Yeah. These are, a lot of people really like these. I don't have a pair of these, but might need to get a pair.
But I recommend these for anybody.
Yeah.
Like, especially these ones. Like Prime has some really good stuff. And obviously I couldn't fit my gym out with the Prime deal because like I had that great rack and all, but I'd still like to have some of my stuff separated.
Right.
But these Prime handles have been a game changer. I've actually given some friends as gifts as well because they're so good. Anyone with their own gym. I've given it to them. Some of the handles came through. I love this. I got the Viking press is great. This is a great one too.
Oh, yeah.
And I have the bomb. If you can look over in that corner there, I've got this is the
Yeah, you've got
the bomb.
On the end of the barbell there, so you can do stick it in the corner.
You
Well,
do
actually,
one
with that,
arm
you can
rows
put it
with the
wherever you
bar.
want.
Yeah, the bomb's there. I've got this. I'll tell you what. One of the least used piece of equipment is this. The football press.
bar. Yeah,
I might get rid of that.
yeah, it's
I don't
going
know.
out the door.
I just don't feel like I never really got into it, and I never really kind of used it. I mean, some people probably love it.
I don't love them myself. I guess I have one, and it's not one of my favorite bars either. I get what you're coming from on that. What about the booty builder?
Okay.
Tell me, so popular exercise, we've seen different variations of this before. Tommy, I don't know if have we seen specifically the booty builder before in a gym? I don't think so.
Do you want to get use any equipment? Use it.
Yeah.
This was my wife's decision to buy this.
Yeah.
She wanted this bad. So
Every woman wants the booty builder, I think, right? Like,
she started off as a big booty by Brett guy, and I'd love to get him on the channel. Actually, I'd love to get Brett on the channel. But basically, she started off with the small, the board, the open board that she'd use, and then we're like, I had basically I handpicked every piece of equipment for me, and I was like, this one's yours. This is yours. So I use it too. It's brutal. It's actually
you can set up hip thrusts in the gym with a barbell and do different things. I've used variations of this machines in different gym tours, and it's not quite like this. You can't set it up and have it be this, comfortable or this easy to use or something like this.
No, but this is I love it, and more and more gyms actually. I'm noticing them more and more gyms around the country.
Yeah.
What's great about this is the seat lifts up and it goes forward and back. So depending on your height and depending on your body height, you can alter this to your correct setting.
Yeah.
And it's a stackable one too. So she loves it. I do use it, especially like on when I'm doing posterior chain, leg stuff. And this is stable, but it's fucking brutal.
Yeah.
It's really bad.
Yeah.
This one is probably.
Well, I got to mention this one. So the reason we're here, we toured Brian Koppelman's home gym. He said, my buddy Sheamus, you got to check his gym out. When I was there, I used his GHD glute ham machine. He said, I need one like it. I used it. He was convinced he needed one like it, so he's got one in his home gym. Because
he bought one, did he?
Yeah.
I should have given it.
Because of you.
I should have given him this one. This is a clothes rack. Yeah. I try to use it as much as possible, but literally, I think the problem is
it's a knee sleeve dryer too.
It is. It's great. It's great for a lot of things. Great for hanging stuff on. It's great when I'm doing the Peloton. I can just put a water bottle here because they're not big enough for the water bottle.
My bag's right out there if you want to.
Oh yeah, let me grab that. Yeah, that's.
But yeah, so this I could be using this more, but this is great for hamstrings and lower back, and also for abs. So I need to be more dynamic on this. Here's another great one I love, by the way. I think this is from Tough Stuff too. I love this part. So this is like if you're doing barbell one arm rows, right?
That's a Tough Stuff.
No, that's not Tough Stuff. That's Prime.
Oh, this is Prime. Yeah, and it's a landmine attachment. You can put it right on the end of the barbell.
Yes, this is great too.
Yeah.
So, but this I need to use more, and then obviously the Peloton for cardio, and then there's Fisto there. I'm a big Master of the Universe fan. Fisto's there. Old school Fisto.
Tommy and I both have Pelotons. Do you ride the Peloton?
All the time.
Yeah. It's actually, people we joked about it at first. People be like, oh, you ride a stationary bike, you wuss, that sort of thing. It's pretty fun.
Who's your favorite trainer on Peloton?
She's British. I don't know. British.
Is it Leanne?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah,
she's my favorite one. Do you ride her classes at all?
Her and Ben are lunatics.
Yeah.
So they are good. I started off, I was using them, but Sam Yo is great. I'm trying to think. Sam Yo, he's English too. Then there's Ben, I believe, and then there's who's the girl that left, the blonde one?
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. She's on all the Instagram. She's got a lot of funny reels that go viral of when she was riding, but she doesn't work for him anymore.
She did all the metal rides.
Yeah.
Jess King was great, and then there's
Tommy, who's your favorite?
I end up doing
Just King, Hannah Frankson. Okay.
Yeah. Who's the guy who looks like he should be like a school teacher or something? What's his name with the? He's real kind of a chill California dude. He's like, all right, we're gonna ride, yeah, spin those wheels. Like,
I don't remember.
I can't think of his name.
Yeah.
Let me just.
Underrated though. It is a.
I love this. This is great. I mean, the hit rides are fantastic. 20-minute hit rides, especially for me in the ring.
Yeah.
This has made a massive difference to my cardio in the ring.
Oh, you can light yourself up on this thing too.
Fall off the bike.
Yeah.
Like, I love it. If I'm not falling off, I used to do like 30 minutes. 45 is too much, but for me, matches don't normally go. They go about 20 minutes. And when
I think 15 to 20 minute
15,
rides
20
are
minute
good,
hit rides
actually.
are great,
Yeah.
and it won't stoke you where you're like exhausted to. It won't stoke you where you're exhausted to not work out. You know. So,
yeah.
but anyone looking, WWE Sheamus is my name on the.
Okay,
Peloton,
we'll be on the lookout.
Yeah,
now, yeah.
Follow me, mate, and if you see me ride, jump in. Because one guy, I was on the bike one time. This guy was like, on my ass, like on my toes. I was just like, who is this guy, right? So he just kept going and going, and he was behind me too. Like he started later to me, and I was just trying to keep it up. Like when that last 60 seconds happened, we were supposed to warm down. I was on my toes.
You're like, I gotta
to
get this workout put up still. Yeah.
And then he messaged me on there. I saw a DM on Instagram. Goes, hey, thanks for a great ride. I said, that was you bastard. I said, I was trying to stay away from you. Dennis Morton. Dennis Morton's great. Bradley Rose, Sam Yo, Jess King. Emma Lovewell, like all those are just unbelievable. They're great. They're fun. They're fun trainers, and they're great. So, tank.
Yeah, you've got the big torque tank, the big MX tank.
Love it.
Do you push this? Do you open up the door and go outside with the tank, or you push it back and forth in here? What do you do?
I'll show you now. I'll lock the door now so the dogs don't run off.
Also, Tommy, you've got just about everything in your gym, but what you're missing is a really good cup holder.
Oh, shit.
So,
that's
not
awesome.
anymore.
I appreciate it. Thank you, dude. That's great.
So now Sheamus has a drink spot.
Dude, that is the best.
I don't want you to lose your protein shaker.
No, that's awesome, because I end up, I do when I'm working out, I end up putting the bottle down, I'm like,
not anymore.
what's the fucking bottle?
Yeah, not anymore.
Great.
Or you put your phone in there.
It's strong enough and all, just
it's very strong, yeah.
For like holy shit.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, you almost can't get it off, it's so strong.
That's awesome.
Yeah, there you go.
I can put that
now
on.
you're set.
You know what I could do, actually?
We'll send you a couple more.
No, I can stick it here as well.
Yeah,
That's great.
For the Peloton ride.
Badass. so out here is great. So this is like a public laneway or whatever. So what I'll do is I'll bring the sled out here.
Yeah.
I want to go up and down. But it's great, and I use this laneway too. It's gravel, so it won't move smoothly.
Right.
And it's just badass. Someone can stand on it. You can throw a load of plates in there.
Yeah. It's got
easy.
the magnetic resistance on it or whatever too. So yeah.
So it's
so between that and the Peloton, you've got your cardio covered.
Yes, sir. The old place I had like loads of cool things. I had a beam going across the ceiling, and it had like Brave Change on it, and then it had like this low supporting beam. And then I had the old logo, which was me with the mohawk on the door in that house. So I had a girl come in. What she did was she used a projector, and she projected the image onto the door.
And then
she traced it in.
Traced it from that point, yeah. It looks cool. I think more people, we go to a lot of home gyms where their garage is dedicated as a home gym. I think more people should do something like this, because the painted garage door like that is pretty cool.
Yeah, it just adds to it, you know. I mean, what was it? It was like just kind of a white background color.
Right.
So she went in and she just like painted it. I mean, it just looks so much better.
Yeah.
What I need to do though is, especially for when we're filming here, I need to paint the ceiling black as well, and put some more strip lights around here to kind of. Because obviously, as you can see now with the camera, it's for light-wise, it's not perfect. That's why I'll open the garage door.
Yeah.
Hey, Don. This is Don's. He's the second.
Oh,
another
they're
rescue.
multiplying.
Aren't you? Gets up into all sorts of trouble, don't you? Huh?
Loves the camera time too. Yeah. So you talked about the lighting. You would maybe change that. What about equipment-wise? You don't need a drink spot. You already got one. But what would you add though? That is there anything on the wish list or that you got your eye on someday?
The only thing I was thinking was like, obviously, space-wise, I'd love like the pendulum was, but I have so much leg equipment in here. Like I don't know if you got the leg extension hamstring
we didn't
combo.
even talk about it, but
got that in there, which is great. And those seated hamstrings I feel are much better than lying.
That's what a lot of people say.
I think Jay Cutler talked about it too, right? I think it's his favorite leg exercise.
Jay Cutler, we just toured bodybuilder Evan Centopani's. Did he tell us seated too, or did he?
He liked the lane.
Which, okay, he did say lying, which most people don't say that, but he did. He said he liked the lying one better, but
Yeah.
I've heard a lot of people say seated is the better.
I much prefer it,
Yeah.
to be honest. And then, equipment, I love maybe like, the one equipment, if this place was twice as big, I love the standing bench press. I love that machine.
Yeah.
It's just great. I'd probably have a proper seated row machine, but not like this one, but like the big heavy duty machines where so you can.
Yeah, it's like the hammer strength seated row.
Plate loaded.
Yeah, plate loaded.
That's another favorite machine of mine.
That's like all-time classic.
Yeah, but I think that would be it. I know the wife would love adductor machine.
Yeah.
We talked about that. We almost got one.
Yes, no.
She hates this, dude. She hates this machine. She really wanted. The reason we got this because she wanted it. But then when this is like, these are like rocks.
Yeah, yeah.
I must figure out how to make that better. But yeah, they would be the machines, I think. Pendulum, the back row, and then Doctor, what else?
Standing
chest press.
Yeah, I am also in the market for a standing chest press machine. I think that's a good choice.
But the problem is you end up like with the leg press itself. It's like it's a big machine
for one thing.
exercise.
Yeah,
the space is limited. You really have to kind of like figure out what's going to work.
Yeah. So what about Celtic Warrior workouts? Who's on your wish list that you haven't gone and shot with, trained with, filmed with? Who would you be? You mentioned one or two, but who else? Who else do you need to get?
So WWE wise, the big ones, the huge ones I haven't got obviously are Triple H and Roman. They're the two big ones that haven't been on the channel. Outside that, obviously Arnie would be unbelievable.
There you go. Yeah.
I'm having a bit of a brain fart. I'd love to get the lad who does Thor. He seems like a crazy kind of like Hemsworth would be great.
Oh, there you go.
And then athletes from different. I know I did stuff with I Show Speed. I think we're talking about doing something there. Jelly Roll lost a lot of weight. We talked about he's pretty local as well.
Yeah.
Anyone who's got an interesting story and that can help. The whole the idea for me with the channel is for me it's anyone with an interesting story who's going to encourage or inspire somebody who's a fan to get into shape and work out. That's what I want.
Yeah.
I want whatever it is to resonate, and even if it's one or two people, it changes their life. Then it's worth it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we really appreciate the tour. This was a lot of fun. Celtic Warrior workouts on YouTube. Follow along with everything, obviously. Thank you for showing us the place and letting us check out all your equipment.
Dude, it's my pleasure. I'm delighted you got here. I'm glad we were able to made it work. Scheduling stuff is really hard, but no, this is the pride and joy, mate. This is. I love this place. I put a TV in. I did say in the last place TV, and I did say I was not going to put a TV in here.
And here it is.
Yeah, and the reason I did that was because, sometimes I'm a big sports guy. I love soccer. We call it football back home. I love football. I'm big into college football and Notre Dame, NFL, Titans. So what I was finding as well was if there was a game on, I just couldn't miss.
Yeah.
I go, okay, I'll work out in a bit. But now that it's here,
Now
I
you
can
can
come
be in the
in, and I can turn on the background and I can see what the scores are. So
Yeah.
it was the last thing. I was like, I don't know, and then I was like, bollocks, I'm gonna have to put one in because I need to have that on the background. I will tell you one other thing that's changed the game for me leg-wise. I got this off Tiger Fitness. You get these from tigerfitness.com.
Ah, yeah.
The slant board.
Yeah,
mate.
the slant board.
Badass.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of slant boards as well.
Bro, this is the best,
Yeah.
especially for warm-ups or kettlebell squats. You put the balls of your feet here and here. This is just awesome.
Slant board pro tip.
And you can get the smaller ones too. I think you get individual
Less
ones side
angle.
by side. Yeah.
Yeah.
But this thing, if you don't, even if you just want to, you're not lifting heavy weights, or if you got a small gym with one set of bumper plates and a bar and ropes and stuff, get one of these so you can do some kettlebell or free motion squats. It's great for your knees because my knees have seen a lot of the miles on them. But this thing, I I'll buy 20 of these just to have with me, and if I'm traveling, if I'm in Ireland for 4 weeks, I'll have one of these.
Yeah.
It's the best.
Pro tip from
Yeah.
Sheamus.
It's a piece of wood and a piece of whatever
Grip
it
on
is.
top of
Grip
it.
on, yeah.
So let us know in the comments, what was your favorite piece that Sheamus got it here? What's he missing? What do you think the next thing that Sheamus needs in his gym is?
Yeah, listen, if there's anything there that like I can add to this, I'm always trying to add. Obviously,
Yeah.
space now
Space.
is kind of limited. I did think about building up, but if there's something there, a small piece that can do a couple of different things, let me know. I'm always trying to add to it as much as I can. If you think I should pull a piece out and put something else in there, I'm open to that too, because training changes and technology changes.
Yeah.
And again, that's the thing. Like, I've never been set like this is the way it has to be. I'm always open to mind. I'm always if there's something better that I can get, then please tell me, because I'd love to know.
Yeah, and if you liked this gym tour, which I know you did, check out our channel. We've got a channel just plumb full of gym tours and more on the way every single week. Thank you, Sheamus.
Yeah, dude, appreciate it.
We'll catch everyone for the next one.
Banger of an episode.